So guys, let's start the part 2 of chemistry chapter, that is some basic concepts of chemistry. So start with the example. The example says how many seconds are there in 2 days? Okay, we know that one day has 2 hours. Okay, so 1 hour has 60 minutes. Okay, so in this way of conversion, for converting 2 days to seconds, so we know easily, not taking this method, we would be taking our easy method. We know one day had 24 hours. 24 hour, 1 hour has how many minutes? 60 minutes. So 24 into 60, and then 1 minute has 60 seconds, so 60 minutes would have 60 into 60 this much second, and it is asked for 2 days, so we will multiply it by 2. So here is the same calculation as given over here, so the answer would be 172800 seconds. Okay, I hope you understood this example. This example and this example, they are very easy. You must know the conversion of units, then you could easily solve these examples. Moving on to our law of chemical combination. So first law of chemical combination says, chemical combinations means when the chemical reaction occurs, the combination of elements also occurs. So what are the laws of the chemical combination? So let's start it. The first law is law of conservation of mass. Law of conservation of mass is given by Antoine Lavoisier in 1789. So he performed some experiments, and according to it, the basis of experiment, he reached to a conclusion. That matter can neither be created nor be destroyed. It was given by Antoine Lavoisier that matter can neither be created nor be destroyed, and to this he called the law of conservation of mass. It means in a reaction the mass is conserved. As it is not created and also not destroyed, so it is conserved. He did many experiments, and with the masses of reactants and product he explained it, like X plus B is equals to C. In this way he told that the matter cannot be destroyed and could not be created. The average mass of reactants and product must be equal. Mass or matter must be equal of both of them. Moving on to the another law, that is law of definite proportion. Law of definite proportion is given by Joseph Proust, and in his law he stated that compound always contain exactly same proportion of elements by weight. A compound always contain same proportion of elements by weight. From this table you could easily understand what he means to say. If there is a compound like of carbon or of copper or of oxygen, that particular compound would have exactly same proportion of elements. The elements would be of same proportion and would be equally to their weights. So how did he explain it? Let's see. Like just see of oxygen, the natural sample of oxygen contains 38.91% of oxygen, and the synthetic sample also contains 38.91% of oxygen. Okay, moving on to the, so he also did a various experiments and he confirmed his law, and then he named it as law of definite composition. So we have completed law of definite composition. Now moving on to law of multiple proportions. So what does law of multiple proportions says? First of all, the law was proposed by Dalton in 1803. Okay, so according to this law, if two elements can combine to form more than one compound, the fixed masses of one element that combine with the fixed masses of other element are in the ratio of whole numbers. So what does he want to say? I am again reading the law. The law is, the law which he stated is, if two elements can combine to form more than one compound, the masses of one element that combine with the fixed mass of other element are in a ratio of whole numbers. Just understand it with a example. So the example says, here we are adding hydrogen and oxygen, it forms waters. Again we are adding hydrogen and oxygen, but we are adding in what? We are adding in different, we are adding the same elements but in a different ratio. So here hydrogen is 2 gram, but here oxygen is 16 gram, and here oxygen is 32 gram. So what does this law says? When elements combine to form different compounds, different more than one compound, the masses of one element that combine with a fixed mass of other element are in a ratio of same whole number. So what here he mean by ratio of same whole number? Just check it out here. The 16 and 32. When you divide 16 and 32, it would give you 1:2. Okay. So through this he mean that if you are adding, if you are combining it with the other element, it would be the ratios would be same. So it is the ratio 1 and it is the ratio 2. This much he only understood by the law of multiple proportions. Moving on to Gay-Lussac's law of gaseous volumes. This law was given by, usually according to his name, the law is only given the Gay-Lussac in 1808. So what does his law says? What does his law says? He observed that when gases combine or are produced in a chemical reaction, they do so in a simple ratio by volume. Produced all gases are at the same temperature and pressure. Thus 100 ml of hydrogen combined with 50 ml of oxygen to give 100 ml of water vapor. So he mean that when you combine 100 ml hydrogen with 50 ml of oxygen, it would give you 100 ml of water. Thus volume by the hydrogen and oxygen which combined in the ratio 100 ml and 50 ml, they bears a ratio which is 2:1. Discovery of integer ratio in the volume relationship is actually the law of definite proportions by volume. The law of definite proportions stated earlier was with the respect to mass. So he just explained that when a chemical reaction, okay, simple ratio by volume provided all gases are at the same temperature. When you in a chemical reaction, when you add some gases with each other, they would always give you a simple whole number ratio. That is, in this example it is 2:1. Okay, moving on to next, that is Avogadro's law. Avogadro proposed that equal volume of gases at same temperature and pressure should contain equal number of molecules. So the Avogadro law we will continue in our next lecture. So be continued. Do like, share and subscribe to our channel, that is Blog Learn and More, and we are waited for the part 3rd. Thank you.